Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. Will's pissing me off this morning. He's still got his like cat mug over there. He can't get it together to have his chameleon cup ready for the trading day.
My brother loves this cup.
Everybody watching, option trading is dangerous. It is risky, just like the chameleon cup, man. If you don't bring it though, and you don't come correct, you're gonna lose, man. You're gonna lose, dude. I'm gonna call you out every day till I see that cup, man.
How many chameleon cups have we sent out?
Several dozen.
They love the chameleon community. Loves the cup.
Of course.
I mean, is there a better cup of coffee in the morning? The chameleons.
Well, obviously, yes, there is a better cup. There's your whatever you got going on up there. Your cat cup this morning, or whatever.
You know what that's called?
What?
That's just doing the math, grabbing the most convenient. It's like doing a great credit spread screen. Just grabbing the first cup in front of you, like a great credit spread.
Dude, that's a terrible plan, man. That's terrible. You got to do your research, man. And research tells you the right cup to grab is the chameleon cup. You don't just grab any cup. That's insane. You would never do that with a credit spread. You do your research. You don't just reach up and grab the first one you see. Are you insane? Have you lost your mind? Where's the disclaimer? People, there's the disclaimer. Option trading. Never listen to Will. These are just ideas, guys. These are just ideas. You got to do your research. That's what the chameleon is for. Go ahead, bring it up, man, for us. What do you got today?
Well, I wanted to give a big shout out to you in Costa Rica with your Facebook position. Look at you.
What about my Facebook position?
Oh, another tech company. I don't know if this is the third in the row.
I'm not seeing your screen, man. Bring your screen up.
Are we not? I mean, is the tech completely off today? Can we get anything right with the chameleon?
Dude, I'm 100% correct, man. It's you I can't hear or see your screen, and your screen's all messed up, man. Come on, man. You gotta bring it, dude. Really, you gotta come on. Spend the money, get the tech right, man. All right, you're good. What do you got today?
Can we see that now?
Yes, we're good to go.
We have Facebook. There was some unusual option activity right at the close. 33,155 calls traded, which was a large number. And the stock moved $17 after hours, up 11%.
Man,
and it sits there.
Let's just say, am I ever wrong? Ever? All the time.
Just like a clock.
But I told you I liked Facebook, man. Who doesn't like it? It's dominance, man. You love things that dominate, and it's dominating, man. It's dominating.
I guess their profit margin is improved, and the anger is wearing off. People realize that in order to be involved with these products, you have to give up some of your personal ideas, thoughts, freedoms, pictures.
Anger fades. What was it with Apple? With the Apple. Anybody who called your phone could listen in on your conversation. Were people even remotely upset about that? Not really. They were kind of like, meh. That's what we expect.
It seemed like we were the only ones who really mentioned it.
Yeah.
It
made national news, but it was light. It was not. They were not getting beat up. No one was calling for congressional hearings.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So, I mean, I think people now understand. Look, this is tech, man. It's hard. Dude, when we can't even add a telephone number into our phone, we realize that tech is hard to do. So these companies are battling, and they know it. They understand. People understand that it's hard to get it right. And I think people are more forgiving. Our politicians like to say, but no, dude. Everybody understands what's going on.
Well, I wouldn't say everyone, but I do believe a lot of people do.
Politicians don't give people the credit, dude. I fully believe in individuals, man, and I believe people can actually make decisions for their own lives and figure stuff out, man. And people are figuring out what Facebook is, which is a dominant player, man. Dominant.
They are really the only player in the space, aren't they?
They are. I mean, they're not the only player, but they're the big boy.
Well, I mean, Google kind of has given up on the social.
Yep.
And
Google's complete. I don't know if you got that email. Google's completely given up the social. G Plus or whatever theirs was is going out of business in like a couple weeks. They sent out the email. Like whatever you have on your G Plus, get rid of it because it's going away.
Oh, I love that G Plus. Oh, that's terrible.
So what do the numbers tell you about Facebook?
Well, no, what I'm saying is it's come halfway back to its high. I just think, I'm on the Adam McBride Facebook bull train. I think you screened for some credit spreads this morning, which I did, and there are a lot of opportunities to, it still is another $20, $30 upside.
So when you're looking at that guy, whoever's buying that 33,000 calls or whatever that was, that's just a big institution coming in and buying up? Is that what's happening right there?
Well, it doesn't have to be an institution. It could be
just a wealthy individual.
Yeah, it could be a wealthy speculator,
AKA McBride Industries, maybe. Is that our hot tub play right there, man? Is that our indoor pool play?
It was not the hot tub play. It was not the hot tub play, but it was a great position put on by someone. It was a nice winner.
Well, you wonder about that too. I mean, people see that volume come in, and then the stock trades around that volume. I mean, that it's the way smart traders move markets. If you got enough funding. Or
it's, how they hide in the market.
Yeah.
Use the options and the leverage to really, and it's a 1-day hold, right? You have it was a nice play for that call buyer.
Yeah.
Next thing I looked at was it made me go to the earnings report. It does happen to be the biggest earnings day. I think it's over 50 S&P 500 companies. 118 we have on the Chameleon calendar today.
Great.
The one that jumps out at me just scanning down the list is Amazon. I had organized this by the previous move just to see what the previous move and what the expected move are, just to take a look if there was anything interestingly off. But Amazon popped up. It's after the close. You still have today to put on an earnings trade if you want. I then took a look at the earnings options outcomes around earnings that are back testing analysis of the earnings, all potential earnings plays.
Yep.
There were a couple 58% winners. The Iron Butterfly.
Man, why don't you teach us? You want to go a little deep today and teach us what an Iron Butterfly is?
I have zero interest in doing that, but all someone has to do is hover over.
It sounds to me like an Iron Butterfly would.
It's described over the I, which is an acronym for information, I'm assuming.
Yep.
The crack staff at the Chameleon put that together. But also be aware this is 1 week before earnings and sell the day of, so this is no longer a play.
Sure.
But this is selling out of the money calls the day of earnings, week after earnings is another interesting one. There you go.
It's 100% winner, 12 of 12. Does not mean it's going to do the same thing this time around, but it was 100% winner in the past.
This is really interesting if you happen to own the Amazon stock or want to maybe play that with a more in the money call, synthetically play the to $1 billion. I don't know what the chance of that happening is, but I think it's small. Probably less of a chance of that than going to zero.
Yep.
But there you go. That's the real nice feature is all the back testing is done and displayed for you right here.
Nice.
It's good stuff. Next thing I did was take a look quickly at the covered call. This was strictly my probably terrible analysis is that all the tech companies have seemed to be moving bullishly after market. There has been a bullish order flow into most of these tech companies in the options. So I just looked at doing actually, where is the credit put spread screener right here for the bullish market?
Yep.
I was playing around with a bunch of different screeners. And in Amazon for the next 60 days, even if you wanted to look after the market, the earnings too, and screen for bullish credit spreads. I don't know if you listened to the Fed announcement yesterday, but basically tightening is off. This Fed is now basically has put a put into the market, and it's going to be all steam ahead. I believe for the foreseeable future.
Interesting. That's interesting.
I mean, the market reacted to it yesterday, so we may get some pullback, but going forward,
anything to do with that? You think he tightened the screws a little bit?
It's not the magic of the pen or the speech, the voice anymore. It is the tweet.
The tweets.
He has tweeted the Fed to a bullish prognosis here.
What's the new chant? Keep it low, away we go. Is that the way? Was that his new tweet? Keep it low. Hashtag keep it low, away we go.
Can you put that on the fake Trump account? That is he would probably love to tweet that out right now. I mean, it's basically what he's been calling for. Now they're doing it.
Sure.
What can you say?
Hey, who doesn't like free money, man? I love free money. Who doesn't?
Yeah, it's a long debate. When I got into this business, I mean, people used to debate on the floor. Would the Fed ever buy stocks, or would they ever get involved in the market?
Sure.
Now they are complete manipulators. And,
yeah, complete.
But it is, call it as it is.
Yeah.
But we're traders, right? We're looking for opportunities. So I would, in general, the market, 52% of the time the market moves higher. So you have to always be aware of the upside. And a lot of these stocks are still, significantly off their highs. And, as long as the economy keeps producing reasonable numbers, we are going to, continue to move higher.
Yep.
And God only knows what this president will do driving into this next election.
Well, that's the interesting thing to me, right? That's what we've talked about that a couple times. I mean, he's going to do everything. You got to believe coming into the election cycle, he's going to do absolutely everything he can to boost this economy and boost the market, right? So
you would think.
I mean, how can you not be super bullish going into the election cycle?
Certainly, his approval numbers are, terrible. What he hangs his hat on is how this market's doing. I mean, no president has called out, his success based on the movement of the stock market, which, it could be debated all day. I don't think it's a good thing, but it is what it is. And
all right, brother, I got a question for you. Dogman has chimed in. What do you think of AMD, my man?
AMD. Oh, the semiconductors. Well, what have we said about the chips previously on this show?
You've said they're a commodity and up and down, just pure commodity play, man. Even with these, I mean, we were looking at MU, super, super low PE ratio. Something like it was touching the 2.6, something like that. I think it's chirped over now 3. But let us know what you think about AMD.
I look at these. I mean, I don't know if anyone listens to Jim Cramer. I know there's a love-hate with most people with him. I wouldn't say I'm a love, but he's worth listening to. He loves the leadership of this company. Now, you may want to play the whole space, the whole semiconductor space, rather than picking one. That's the risk. But I look at these semiconductors a lot like, and all chips on the table. I just put some money in the XLE.
Oh, there you go.
Another, the energy sector also is like the chips have bounced off their lows. I think if the market, if the Fed is done raising and, may even, I'm not going to use the word ease, but, they are done raising for the foreseeable future. The market has some movement upside in these commodity-based products, which AMD is one. I mean, the economy moves forward. There were 1 trillion chips over the whole marketplace shipped last year. Is that going to stop? Are we not going to need new phones? Are we not going to want better computers?
Sure.
Are they not going to go into new cars? I mean, they're being used everywhere now. Everywhere.
Interesting.
So AMD is one of the. I certainly like AMD personally better than NVIDIA. So, and it looks like it's every low is a little bit higher. I would keep an eye on AMD.
Hey, just be careful there, Dogman, because you never know. Will also told me I don't think you can ever go wrong with a.
I did believe that.
You don't even know what I was gonna say when I was just about to when I bought MCI at 20 and it tanked 4 as it heads to bankruptcy.
You can be right and wrong, that's for sure, and that's the risk of picking stocks is the whole sector. I've been talking about this sector being beaten down for a while. I do believe if the economy moves forward, we can retouch those highs at the very least. I mean, we could look at a credit put spread in AMD. Let's see what pops up. I was thinking about Tesla today too. See if there's any cushion to break even. So in the credit put spreads, there are quite a few bullish plays. Do a screen. Let's search by win rates. Some high win rates. So there's a lot to do in the credit put spreads, which is how I like to play a bullish play if I'm not 100% sure I want to buy the stock.
Right.
So remember that buying the stock is also very risky. You have unlimited risk to the down. Well, not you have. It's limited by going to zero, but
sure,
plenty have gone to zero.
Yep. Interesting.
There you go.
Good stuff, my man. AMD. You in?
Does
you out?
Dogman like it? Dogman probably liked
it. Dogman liked it. Dogman. I think that reconfirmed Dogman's theory on what's going on. He likes it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Remember, click down below. This is the last day, everybody. Last day. So if you are you want to win 6 months free of the Chameleon, $600 value plus a Chameleon cup. Dude, see, what happens is you use the Chameleon cup, you don't get sick, man.
That's probably been the problem.
The problem is you're using your, cat cup, your pug dog cup. You're not with the Chameleon cup. Chameleon cup keeps you healthy, bro.
You know more about the cups in my cupboard than I do. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Let's just say I have an inside info on those cupboards, man. I got people on the inside working for me.
So what Costa Rican celebrity is coming in to pull out of the Costa Rican hat, the national hat of Costa Rica tomorrow?
Let's just go.
Just to clarify, notice we have some super chameleons, we like to call them, who've already received the cups and are great commenters, bring lots of comments. So they get the super chameleons get extra.
If you comment every time you comment, you're entered. So if you make 5 comments, you're entered 5 times. If you make 100 comments, as long as you're not spamming, and nobody's been spamming, you're entered 100 times, man. So you can enter more than once.
Chameleons throw down some heat on the comments.
So tomorrow's the big day. It's going to be fun. And everybody, stay safe out there. Have a great trading day. Click subscribe down below, and we'll see you here tomorrow.
Thanks, chameleons.